Nashville is on the rise. We are considered the it city. So a lot of folks are asking, why do we face a big budget shortfall? The situation is so bad, the mayor says we need to sell 3 pieces of property just to pay next year's bills. Critics say that's no way to manage our money. But as News Channel 5 investigative reporter Ben Hall found out, the city has a long history of questionable land deals.
Our budget is really not good this year.
Is one thing council members agree on. Metro needs more money.
Now, let's not be forced into making these decisions because we're desperate for the money.
Council members at large, John Cooper and Bob Mendez, are concerned Mayor Briley has proposed selling public property in order to pay next year's bills.
I think it's a terrible idea.
This is how cities or individuals get taken advantage of.
The mayor's current budget proposal calls for selling 3 Metro properties: the old Green Hills Fire Station and an old Public Works Service Center at 3800 Charlotte for $10 million, and Murrell School, which includes the surrounding 7-acre park, for $13 million. Some neighbors are fighting.
It's almost like a smack in the face.
This is giving away an asset, a hard asset for 1 year worth of revenue, and it's just the wrong way to run a city.
Council members question whether Metro can get its asking price because buyers know the city's desperate. But Councilmember Cooper says Metro has a history of bad land deals, selling public property well below market value, which helped get the city in its current mess.
The most valuable block in the southeastern United States, we sold for $5 million.
Cooper blasted Metro's sale of the old convention center site downtown in 2016. He estimates that 6 acres is now worth $189 million. But developers paid much less. On top of $5 million cash at closing, they agreed to tear down the old convention center and include an $11 million African-American museum as part of a residential and retail development.
It could have been a community asset forever. One of the great parks of all time, an iconic view of the Ryman.
Metro argued the development would provide future tax revenues from the retail businesses, but Cooper believes Metro sold it much too low. The developers themselves listed the appraised value at $42 million in 2015 on a tax increment financing application.
We shouldn't be in the business of giving assets to developers just for their development.
Cooper's frustration includes Metro's sale of nearly 3 acres at Rolling Mill Hill. Developers paid $9.4 million last year. Cooper says no appraisal was done on the property at the time, but it's worth $23 million today. Metro's development agency told Cooper the sale was part of a larger plan, and they took bids from developers for years.
We kept a mentality from Nashville from a generation ago that development is great. Our city is going to disappear on us unless we incentivize development.
Metro also sold the old Ben West Library downtown last year for $2 million.
We got $2 million for it. I mean, there are people downtown, $2 million does not really buy you anything, much less a 40,000 square foot building.
The value of the property.
Councilmember Mendez is concerned about the way Metro appraises land it sells.
I do think that the city could get more value out of the real estate on the parcels I've looked at.
That money would help now that the city faces a budget shortfall. It's land the taxpayers own, and in Nashville, it's disappearing.
Should people be infuriated?
Well, they should be informed, and they should be cautious and aware.
Mayor Briley has said if you take the land sales out of the budget, you'll still have to find $23 million in cuts. He opposes raising property taxes. We'll keep following this whole budget process.